day 2. My name is Victoria. I'm 17 years old.
My name is Favor and I'm also 17 years old.
We are excited to welcome you to the day 2 of the Body Smart Girl Bootcamp, December 2023.
Before we begin, we have some trivia for you that we are hoping you'll be able to answer in just 10 seconds.
Question 1. Who was the leader that was trying to keep with Jesus?
Question number 2. What does the name Emmanuel mean?
Question 3. Which sign was given to announce the birth of Jesus?
Question number 4. Did Mary have other children after the birth of Jesus?
Question 5. Which prophet foretold the birth of Jesus?
Woo! How many questions were you able to answer at the end of the 10 seconds?
My name is Christopher Somena, and the title for my poem is Good Behavior Can Change the World. Good behavior is known all over the world. I love good behavior. Just like God told us in the Bible that we should have good behavior always. And if one person can have good behavior, him or herself can change the world. If all people can have good behavior, this world will not be corrupt. People will live in peace and unity. But if we don't, we will have problems and this world will be corrupt. Just like David did, he had good behavior. He respected God. That's why God made him king. If David should have stayed like that, he wouldn't have gotten his punishment because David did bad things. Now, if one person can have good behavior, him or herself can change the world and people will follow his example. Thank you.
Anyway, before we provide answers to those questions, our topic for today's conversation is online safety. Knowing that this is holiday period, we would like to spend more time online than we spend with our friends physically. We need to be safe to avoid dying.
Let's introduce Princess Irene. She has something to tell us about this topic.
Hello princesses, how are you doing today? I'm excited to welcome you to the second day of the Body Smart Girl December 2023 Bootcamp. I'm talking about Safer Christmas and you know that. And so what am I talking about this time around? I'm talking about being online during Christmas and the things that we need to be careful about during Christmas. So being online during Christmas can be so much fun. We get to watch different people. I mean, you can spend a lot of time watching how people are setting up their Christmas trees, coping with the snow, family traditions that are so exciting. There can be a lot of fun things to do online during Christmas. But we want you to always remember something. Christmas is truly for family and friends, for those that are close and dear. So if you spend Christmas focusing on what's happening in other people's homes, you would miss out on what's happening in your home. And sometimes getting online can be a moment where we start to compare ourselves with other people and we see people unwrap gifts they got that we didn't get and see how some families are having a lot of fun and we start to compare them with what we have. Princess, I want you to start out content with what you have this Christmas. There may be things you wish that you got but you didn't have, or experiences you wish your parents had exposed you to that didn't come. I promise you, there's still beautiful things happening to you right now. So don't focus on what you don't have, and let's start with what we do have. We have to leave content. Princess Irene doesn't have everything she would like to have, but I have to have a smile on my face because there are many things I had to do that I didn't have when I was growing up. So I'm grateful. So you have to be grateful because God is good and your parents have made a lot of effort through the year. I'm sure there's been many great things that have happened in the year that even if Christmas fell short of your expectations, I want you to know that joy is still possible. So as you come online, you want to be careful that you don't start to feel uncomfortable with who you are. You start to feel less proud of who you are just because you think other people have a lot of things going for them. Sometimes when we open up our homes to relatives who come around, you start to hear cousins who tell you about how exciting their lives are. And for a moment, you may start to think that it's better off for them. Princess, don't do that. Have a heart of gratitude this season. If you sat down and said you want to think about 20 amazing things that happened to you this year, I'm sure you will exhaust the list and you will still keep going. So there's something to be grateful for. So as we come online, we need to remember that everything online is not always true and we don't always need to compare ourselves to the lives of the people we meet online. But is that all the things you need to learn about being online? No way! There are other things you should learn about being online. When you come online, there are a few things we always want you to know. So number one, there are conversations and information that are online that are not always correct. So what does that mean? If you come online, see something out there, don't always believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you read, see online. Some information that's online is not tested, is not proven, it's just hearsay. So in that same way, if your cousin or friend says, did you know this like this? And you ask them, where did you hear that from? And they say, I heard it online. You should go like, yeah, right. Until I see it proven, I don't believe it. Don't believe everything you hear. Because most information online, no, not most, a lot of information that is out there online is either inaccurate and inappropriate for you, and it could make you make the wrong decisions about who you are. Okay, so always remember that information that is online is not always correct. What about the things that people ask you to do when you're online? I don't know if you want us to talk about it, but a number of you are on social media platforms that are higher than your ages. You're not supposed to be on certain platforms, but here you are chatting away, maybe with an identity that mommy and daddy don't know about. Mrs. Sari wants to tell you something. Continuing from what I said yesterday, that fun has to be safe, have no potential for regret. So when we meet people online, it may look like, well, I just met them online, it's not a big deal. Sometimes it's a big deal. There are things that people who meet online can ask us to do. They can ask us to send our nudes. They can ask us for information about our parents and where they work. They can ask us to do a lot of things that may look like they're not getting in touch with us physically, but it could be equally harmful. So what should you do when you come online at the right age? Set up social media accounts at the right age. And in the event you start to chat with people, don't believe who people say they are. Don't give people information about your family, your parents, and all of that. Don't give information about where you live, where your parents work, and their itinerary. And do not make efforts to get in touch with someone who you met online. Princess, I know sometimes home can be hard, you're having a lot of arguments with your parents, but I assure you, it's not the reason to think that a typical stranger will love you more than your parents. So while you're online this Christmas, be careful about what you share. Share only information that is absolutely necessary and absolutely safe. You don't want to live in regret. And if someone is asking you to send naked pictures of yourself, it's a bad idea. There have been girls who shared naked pictures of themselves and someone picked it up and started threatening to put it online and started threatening their parents to pay them, otherwise they will put the pictures and videos online. Princess, don't let that be you, and don't let someone do that to your parents. So what should you do when you have misunderstandings with your parents? Instead of talking to typical strangers, make the effort to sit down with your parents and tell them how you feel. If it's so hard to do, write them a note. If you don't think you're getting across, talk to the one person in the family that they listen to. Whatever happens, always know our parents don't always have the right approach to dealing with issues about us, but it's always best to trust that they love us more than anyone else. We should trust that they love us, and we should find a way to communicate to them, to tell them how we feel about the things they're doing. Because quite frankly, we don't know who is chatting with us, and we don't know if they're genuine. So Princess, has there been any difficulty you faced this year with your parents or at school, and that you feel that people weren't there for you like they're supposed to? I want you to do something this Christmas. Write a note to your parents or the trusted adult in your life and try to express to them how you feel. If you don't feel ready to talk to your parents, would you be happy to talk to me? Fantastic. If you would like to do that, then send me an email using my name, irene.banwell@gmail.com. Just let me know that stuff happened this year, you were worried and you want to talk about it. The reason is, I don't want you talking to the wrong people and I don't want them to take advantage of you. So while I'm waiting to get your emails, I want to hear questions that you have from this video that I just made. So I'm going to be in the comment section, but also the girls are coming back to quiz me and ask me questions on this conversation. I look forward to reading the comments that you get to share with us. God bless you.
Hello, Princess Irene.
Hello, Princess Victoria.
I'm excited to have you today to watch your video and have a couple of questions.
All right, I'm ready to have some questions for you. Fantastic.
Okay, my number one question is, due to the lessons we got from YouTube, and we already have a friendly online, we already chatting with friendly conversations, we safe for us to still continue the friendship, or we should cut it due to the reason?
Okay, so I think we should start by saying, who is this person? Who is this friend? How did you meet? Maybe just a regular person you're just chatting with. So you may not necessarily cut off the conversation like that, but you just need to stop sharing personal information. You need to stop the frequency of the chat. You need to be careful about what you're telling the person. If you're having problems at home with your parents, that's not the person to talk to. The person to talk to is your parent at home. So be careful about things that you say that are really, really intimate, really personal. You shouldn't tell the person because you don't exactly know who they are. Because people are not always who they say they are. Alright? So does that help? Alright, so don't necessarily cut off, but stop having certain kind of conversation with them, and then watch to see their reaction. If you find out that they're always asking you questions that will make you share something intimate, then you need to note that they may not be who they say they are, and only on that grounds you can block them. You can block them so they can't see you, they can't comment, and so on and so forth. Alright, Princess Favor?
Since I in the video you spoke about not watching inappropriate content. What if the only showing on your TV or whatever gadget you're using is showing inappropriate stuff, like that is the only channel that is available, and you have nothing else to do, like there's nobody else around to play with or something. So what do you do?
So fortunately for us, it's not possible that the only channel that will air on any, whether it's DSTV, anything, is inappropriate. It's not possible. There will always be other shows that we can. But let's imagine that something happened and the only channel that's showing shows things that are above your age. What you should do, you can have your parents get CDs or videos you can download. I mean, I need to give a shout out to a particular business. I didn't see myself saying this, but there's a company on Instagram called Christ Kids. They have videos for children, 400 videos, appropriate shows in a flash. And I think it's really affordable. It's really affordable. You can buy it your parents can buy it as a flash, they can buy it online and download it. So if your parents can get a flash drive that has more safer, more predictable content, why not? So the idea is not to, don't say this is the only thing that's there. You work towards getting an alternative. Always work. Don't ever say, well, that's all we have. No. In that kind of situation, start working towards getting an alternative.
So, President Simon, so imagine you're having this, not really like your friends, with who don't have any conversation, but then they are constantly asking for your number, your address, personal information. Several times you try to block them, stop them from having such conversation with you, but then the more you stop them, like they're giving them the energy.
So where do you see them? Where do you meet them? Okay, you meet these people online and then. So the moment somebody is persistently saying, give me your name, address, and all of that, you block them. And there's a way you can block them and all the other accounts they will create and want to use. Alright? You can't block them. But let me say something. Sometimes you may feel like, well, what if this person is just innocent? What if in the future this person is going to be someone that can be helpful? I want you to be patient. The future will come. The future knows how to connect things together, but for now, we have to be safe.
You spoke about not meeting people you meet online.
Physically, yes.
So what if this person promised to get you something like scholarship and requested to see you, like to meet you in person so that you can talk more about it, to get more information? What do you do?
That person is supposed to be talking to you. That person is not supposed to be talking to you. That person is supposed to be finding a way to talk with your parents. Do you understand? So even if this person is interested in you, the main person to be talking to about scholarship is your parent. And so even if you want to meet the person in person, physically in person, it has to be you, your parent, who want to meet that person. And also, if the person tells you to meet, you can ask for an address where your parents can also come along with you to see the person. And then you guys can now go online and check Google Map to make sure that that place is not a deserted place where three of you could be kidnapped or something. So first, we have to eliminate the possibility of kidnapping. Anytime somebody is trying to meet you in person, I want you to think three things. Kidnapping, I want you to think human trafficking, I want you to also think rape. Think those three things. So even if you want to go and see this person, oh, can we meet in a public place? Oh, I'm coming with my mom, coming with my dad, I'm coming with my uncle. Don't try to go, don't try to think that you can handle this. always make sure that you're going with a number of trusted adults that can go with you to have the conversation.
Alright. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me. God bless you all. Thank you. Hello, Princess. I'm excited to welcome you to the body safety class for the December 2023 10/10 Girls Squad. My name is Princess Irene, and today I want you to teach me about body safety. So we've been learning a whole lot about body safety. We started in September. We've done quite a lot of stuff in September, October, November, and this is December. But there's a different way I want you to teach me. I'm going to be reminding you about a number of body safety principles that guides all of us at this school. But I want you to tell me the ones that you were able to do the most and the ones that you've been making a little mistakes around. So for example, when it comes to body safety, we've been teaching you that you should always knock before getting into the bedroom of your parents. Have you been doing that? Have you? Alright. We also told you that when you get to school and you want to use the toilet, nobody should come into the bathroom with you. Have you been able to be following that? Have you? Fantastic. Number 3, we told you that you don't take pictures of yourself when you're naked. Have you been following that? Have you? Fantastic. Number 4, we told you that nobody should touch your private body area. Do you remember that? Did you make sure that nobody touched your private body area? When they told you sorry, did you accept the apology? Did you still report to an adult about it? Did you? Yeah, Princess, we want to know if you were able to do that. Is there someone who made an attempt at touching you at any time of the year, but you forgot to tell mommy and daddy? Alright? Did that happen for you? Did you forget to tell mommy and daddy or grandma and grandpa? Did that happen? Did you tell? Alright? Is there someone that you really, really like? It could be your classmate, it could be your cousin, it could be someone you care about who always does the wrong things around body safety. Is there anyone like that around you? Did you make the effort to talk to them that you need to change? Did you also tell a trusted adult about this? Alright, so today, the reason I'm asking you all these questions is because no matter what I say to you every Saturday, no matter what I discuss with you, if you don't put it to practice, you could still get into harm, you could get into trouble. And so today, I want you to sit down and ask yourself, what are some body safety things that I find hard to follow? One body safety rule that you may find hard to follow is waiting outside when mom is dressing up. So I want you to write it down and think about how you're going to start working on that.
Welcome back. So now we're going to be providing answers to our previous trivias.
The leader who was trying to kill baby Jesus is King Herod.
Question 2 it says, what does the name Emmanuel mean? The name Emmanuel means God is with us.
The question which says, did Mary have other children after the birth of Jesus? Yes, Mary had other children after the birth of Jesus.
The questions that said, what was the sign given to announce the birth of Jesus? The sign given to announce the birth of Jesus is the stars that appeared to the 3 wise men.
The prophet who foretold the birth of Jesus is Prophet Isaiah.
Thank you. We hope you have fun watching this video.
Thanks for watching.
We hope to see you tomorrow in our next video.
Bye-bye.
Have you heard about the North 100 Naira a Day Charity Secondary School in Kuje Area Council? Kuje is one of the area councils of the Federal Capital Territory. So the North Charity Secondary School is a school designed for children who have been out of school or children who are at risk of dropping out. They get to pay only 100 Naira a day to access a fully accredited secondary school. For 100 Naira a day, they get books, uniform, lunch, the girls get monthly sanitary pads, and they get a STEM-based education. Would you like to be a part of the miracle that is happening there? Obviously, when they pay 100 Naira a day, that's not what covers the cost of keeping them in school. It costs 80,000 Naira a term and 240,000 Naira a year to keep one child in school at the NOSC. This Christmas, we're inviting your family, your organization to come in to co-sponsor children at the NOSC 100 Naira a day school. So behind my t-shirt is a quote, and it says, what if the cure to cancer is trapped in the mind of a child whose parents can't afford education? I'm asking you to be a part of our team supporting us to make sure that children from low-income families with loaded potential get back in school. We understand education to be the ticket out of poverty. Partner with us, let's help these kids. You never know what each one of them have potential to become. I'm confident that in my future, I'm going to benefit from the fruit of their lives. That's why, along with my team, we're calling you to join us to co-sponsor children at the North 100 Naira Charity Secondary School. To learn more about how you can support us, please call the number 090-3333-8510. You can also call 080-9045-9999. If you'd like to visit our website, please do so by visiting www.nosceducation.org. Merry Christmas.